Hello and welcome to Mente de Madre Leona. This is your host, Christina. Today we are going to be on episode number 7 of season 3. It has been a really long time since I've gotten on here, and I'm so glad to be talking to you all today. I hope that you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and all of the Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year type of holidays. I hope that you got to spend time with those that mean the most to you and had a wonderful time. So just a quick update. I've been training even more than before and definitely seeing even more progress, and very excited about that and trying to really decide where to take my training from here, but realizing that I'm also not at the point to really make any major commitments as far as doing a bodybuilding show or anything like that quite yet. I've still got quite a ways to go with gaining more muscle and definitely losing a little bit more weight in certain parts of my body to be able to have any kind of a realistic opportunity to get any kind of placement in a show. So that's all very exciting, though, to have a path to be on. But I did also want to mention that throughout the last couple of months, there have definitely been some moments and even some days and weeks where, even though I've been in the gym and very consistent and really seeing amazing results and gaining incredible strength, I still have those moments where I don't think that I'm good enough to be there, or I look ridiculous, or I'm just a hot mess. All different types of self-esteem or self-confidence issues can definitely bubble up, especially for women, and I begin to question whether I'm wasting my time, whether I should be spending this time with my children, and really those type of thoughts can be negative and really hard to push aside. And with some of them, it is good to contemplate, what we're doing and whether it's really worth it. But some of the other self-confidence issues, those are just really hard to battle back with. And I just hope that everyone understands that we all suffer from those. We all have those questioning moments in our mind that make us think that we're not good enough, and realize that everyone has those moments. And I think that when we can realize that everyone has those moments where they're not feeling their best, it's easier to overcome those moments when we have them ourselves. There have been a few mornings at the gym where I didn't want to leave the locker room, and my husband's like, "Why is it taking you so long to throw your stuff in a locker?" And it's because I had to talk myself into leaving the locker room. And so if that can happen to me after all of this time and consistency, I know that it can definitely happen to other people. So just know you're not alone. And I'm blessed to be in a gym where everyone is so supportive and uplifting and motivating, and has such a huge broad range of ages, from really, really young to like people that are almost 100 years old. So it's a really broad range, and I think that's really awesome. But do know too, if you're in a gym that's not supportive, and I know there are those places, just go to a different gym. There are so many of them in most places. I know there are small towns where that isn't the case, and we live in a small town. We have to drive a little ways to get to the gym. But I really hope that you will stick with your goals and not allow any confidence problems to ever stand in your way, because that's just not good. It's not furthering you in your life. And those things, we all have those emotions, but they will pass. And the further you push yourself along in your goals, the further you will become more confident in yourself and your abilities. And you've just got to keep your eye on your own goal, your own prize, and know that this is your own journey. It's no one else's. It's your own. So, along with training, we have also been developing our supplement line, And that we thought was going to be the most simple thing, very fun, easy, and it would just be a wonderful journey. And that has turned into a really difficult journey. And it's, to put it no other way, it has been difficult. It has been extremely stressful. It's taken 4 times the time that we thought it was going to take. And we're dealing with so many different factors and different people, and it's not at all what we really thought we were getting into, but it's been a growing experience, and it's turning into a positive experience. And so we are excited about launching our supplement line. We're just not quite there yet. We want to make sure that everything is really awesome and good to go before we do go live with that. And that is forthcoming and this year, and so we are just very eager to be live with our supplements. And I do apologize. I know last time I talked to you guys, my voice was about to be gone. It still is the same way. The wind here in Oklahoma just doesn't seem to ever stop. We've been primarily in a drought for the last year, and it's just been very devastating on all of us who have cattle and horses and hay problems and feeding all of these larger animals. And even if you don't have those animals, I'm sure you're seeing the price hikes in the grocery store on everything from eggs to milk to cheese, and it's with under a lot of good reason because of the drought here in these southern states. So I apologize for my voice going in and out, but it's due to all of these bad allergies caused by not having enough rain. So hopefully we will get more rain coming soon, and hopefully we will be all flourishing again in 2023. And I certainly hope that you all will be flourishing and pursuing your passions this year. I turned 40 years old in just, about 10 days, and I'm very excited for that. So right before I turned 40, I have finally, I'm so excited, published my first book. I can almost cry about it. I'm so excited. And no, it's not a long book. No, it's not the novel that I started. It was just an idea that came to me, and I knew I had to write about it. It's called My Secrets to Getting a Sexy Waist. It's available on Amazon. It's available in paperback or as an ebook. And I have struggled through so many different health issues in my life. And if you've listened to any of my podcasts, or if you go to my website and read my blog, I've covered a lot of the things in all of those. And I've condensed them all down into a very short, quick book to read. And I am on social media a tremendous amount of time, and I see the same ideas repeated over and over and over again. And I see people not able to lose the weight they want to lose, not thrive the way they want to thrive, not have the bodies they want to have. And I get frustrated when I keep seeing people feeding other people these ideas that really don't work, or they don't work for most people. And through my journey, I've found things that have worked so incredibly well for me that I didn't want to sit around and not put them out there on a larger platform than my podcast and my blog and my social media. So it's not just about getting a more slender waist. It's also about not getting to the end goal of losing 20 pounds, whatever it is, and having that slender waist, but being like a total bitch because you're just so hungry and your whole entire family is just angry with you, or you get to the end goal and like you feel like you're so deprived because you can't have any of the foods that you want to have. My book incorporates your spirit, your heart, your mind, and your body. It's holistic. It's about all of it together, because when we can get to the body shape and size that we want to have, because you're perfect the way you are and you should love yourself the way you are, if you want to change the way you look, that's great too. But know that just changing your size isn't going to change your self-love. You've got to love yourself first. And when you can holistically get to achieving those types of goals of either weight loss or just changing your body composition, when you do it on a level of, this is about my heart, this is about my spirit, this is about so much more than just my body, you're so much more capable of achieving the goals that you want, and you have so much more of an inner strength. And when you get to that goal, yeah, it may take more time, but you don't get there in a chaotic mess. You get there in a way that's long-term, and you have learned things about yourself and about your body and about your mind and your spirit, so that when you get to those end goals, you're going to stay there and go forward from there, not backwards. So I really, really hope that you will check out my book. I think that they allow you to look at little samples of the book. And I will definitely be talking some more about the book coming up. And I'm thinking about doing a little workbook guide to go with it. So I'm very excited about that. But, you know, right there, another major life goal, big check mark right before I turned 40. And if you could know the anxiety and the stress and the things that I have gone through in the last 15 years of my life, you would be like, wow, that's so amazing. That's so awesome. And so when I tell you that you are completely able to find your path to your goals on your own terms, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You absolutely can. We live in an era of technology that is so much different. We don't have to wait on anybody to tell us yes or no. We can do things on our own, like publishing music on our own. We can publish our own videos. We can do so many different things. We can advertise on our own. You can work out from home just watching YouTube videos. You don't have to hire, a fancy personal trainer to be able to learn a lot of different things. So I encourage you, as we proceed forward into this new year, to set aside those doubts, those excuses, and all of those negative thoughts that can come into our mind that we get comfortable in, because when we sit there and we're comfortable in those negative thoughts, we don't have to take action. But the moment we take action, we're pushing aside those thoughts constantly until we're really starting to blow and go on our journey to our goals. But there's still, even as far as you progress down your path, there are still going to be those moments, like I said earlier, where self-doubt can come in, self-confidence issues can come in, and that's when you've really got to look inside of you and know that you've got this internal fire. You all know your inner lioness that I talk about, but she's there and she's strong and she can conquer these things. And sometimes we do have to divert our path a little bit and go a little bit different way, and we are able to also change our mind. If we're going down a path and we don't like it, that's okay, we can change it. But I really hope that you don't sit back this year, that you take the initiative to go forward, as I have somehow done, and really use your intuition to think deeply about what it is you want to do, what it is you want to accomplish, and really listen to that intuition when it tells you, move, do it now. This is what you need to be doing. Don't listen to outside things that push you to do things that are not what you want to do, because when you listen to your intuition, it will push you out of your comfort zone, but it's a different way of getting out of your comfort zone. It's not a, this is yucky, this is weird. It's a, hey, look at me, I'm strong, I'm doing this, I'm moving out of my comfort zone. Yeah, this is a little bit scary, but I'm doing it. And it's not like someone telling you have to, let's say, go make a speech and stand up on stage so you get an A in the class, in college, and it's terrifying. It's not like that. It's a certain type of courage, a certain type of bravery. So guys, I will leave you there and pick up next time, but I hope that wherever you are today, that you have a wonderful, wonderful 2023, and we will talk again soon. Goodbye.